Hello and welcome to another episode of Jedi Mantis Tastes. And it's going to be a quick video today because we're trying the Glendronach 12-year-old. Now I've already done a previous video on the Glendronach Revival 15-year-old. So most of the history of the distillery and that I'm going to leave into that video. I'll link that at the end so you can see it there. But just quickly going over the bare minimum on the distillery. It was founded in 1826 by James Allardyce and was one of the first licensed distilleries in Scotland. And they have been crafting sherried whiskies for nearly 200 years. And it forms part of the core range. I believe the others are 18 and 21 year old. They'll be up here if I'm right. And this 12-year-old is matured for at least 12 years in a combination of Pedro Ximénez and Oloroso sherry casks. If you remember in the Revival video, there was a rumoured ghost of a Spanish lady at the distillery. Again, that link will be at the end of the video. It is non-chill filtered, so it may be a little cloudy. And it is of natural colour, so there's no colouring, no artificial colouring going on in there at all. And it is a 43% single malt from the Highland region of Scotland. That's pretty much it for the intro. As I said, it is going to be quick. Next week there is so long as it gets delivered in time, there's going to be a special malt coming next week. I'm looking forward to that because it's one I've not tried. But yeah, so let's crack this open. It is a sample bottle, so it's a twist cap. We have our Glencairn glass. Put a little bit in there. So looking on here, let's get a bit of light in the situation. A nice ambered colour in there. Maybe is that like some natural colours and maybe a honey in there as well. If that was a bit thicker and more viscous, you would think it would maybe be a honey. So it's a nice colour to it. As I say, it is a natural colour. So that's always a benefit, that it's natural. We'll add a little bit of water before diving in with the nose. That'll do. And we'll have a little swirl around. Get it right up the sides there. And dive in. Can pick out those hints of sherry. That's prevalent, I believe, across most of the range of Glendronach, because they class themselves as the sherry connoisseur. Maybe a bit of vanilla in there. Bit of spice. Smells nice. Not picking up any smoke or peat or anything like that. You don't typically get that in the Highlands. It smells quite sweet. The cough was because I swallowed it wrong. No, because of the strength. Let's try again. So it is smooth. I realise I coughed, but as I say, I swallowed too much in one go, so it just made me cough. It's quite smooth. You can taste the sherry. The spice is there. It's quite a warming tingle, just dancing across the top of the tongue. It's quite a dry finish to it. It's quite pleasant. Quite pleasant indeed. Still there, so quite a long finish to it. Spice tingle starting to coat itself all the way around the tongue now. That's very pleasant. That is nice. It's quite creamy. Let's try it a bit now. I'm saving a little bit for later. Put that lid back on. So we'll try it now without the water. Instantly a thicker smell to it. The aromas are all compact together, holding on to each other. So with it being slightly over the 40, it's 43%. Smelling that without the water, there's a slight intrusive burning sensation on the nose passage. And that hides the rest of the aromas. So if you want to taste it, you want to be adding a little bit of water to really bring out all of the flavours. A lot more powerful burn across the sides of the tongue, spreading to the tip. Still smooth, still quite dry, not as dry as with the water. The burning sensation dies down quite quickly, but the tingle remains. So it's no longer burning, but it's warming. Like it's a warm tingle around the mouth, back of the lips now, on the side of the cheeks. That's what a whiskey should do, though. In my book, whiskey should have that little heat to it. It's a fine whiskey. It's not as complex as some other whiskies. There's not too much going on in there. You've got the sherry flavour, your typical vanillas, toffees in there, the spice, your typical whiskey with a nice sherry finish. It's not trying to be too much. It's nice. I would give that one a recommendation. That one back on form after a couple of slightly disappointing ones. So yes, Glendronach 12-year-old. I believe it's around £38-39. Yeah, you can get that on Glendronach's own website, glendronachdistillery.co.uk. We'll put that up on the screen. It's not a link, unfortunately. I haven't done that yet, but you can see it written down there. The link will be in the description down below. But yeah, I would, if you've got a spare £40, it's worth hunting that one down. That's a nice whiskey, nice typical traditional whiskey with the sherry cask finish. Beautiful. So that's it for this week. As I say, it has been a short one, but because we've already done the history of the Glendronach distillery. So as I said, that is linked at the end of the video. If you haven't watched that one, go watch that one. It was a much more expensive bottle. I've still got some of it left actually, going well. So yeah, so check that other video out for the full history of the distillery. It's quite a storied history to this one, but I don't want to repeat myself on these videos. So as I said, next week I have got a whiskey on order that should be here in time for next week. Really looking forward to trying that one. So join me then. As I said, get an eye out. There will be the link to the previous Glendronach, as well as one of my gaming videos, if you're interested in seeing me play Hitman. That's what's going to be up there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.